Are you struggling with Morph Hover? Are you tired of doing this trick and failing? Trying the zombie hover over and over again, but not gaining enough height? Well, this is the video for you because today I'm going to explain a way to do the hover without mashing at full speed. Well, let's begin. So first, let's go ahead and get a morph on us. Take the warp pot to the top. A very easy way to get a morph on you is to do a slash, like a targeted slash, backflip, and then press B. And that will put a morph on you. Now, if you failed that, then what you can do instead is you can go up to a morph, make sure gyro aiming is off, line up the top of the, like, this black ring. He's got a black ring that makes up his eye, his eyeball. Line up the top part of the ring with the bottom edge of the screen. And then target slash. Very quickly. You have to target slash pretty quickly to get it to work. Now we've got a morph on us. Now we can go ahead and drop down. I'm going to go ahead and get some magic. We're going to drop down here to this lower platform. Just in case, because this part we're going to do may require some room. So now we're going to lag the game. That's right. So here's how we're going to lag the game. We're going to do a trick called arrow duping. And loading a bunch of arrows elemental arrows will lag the game to the point that the zombie hover becomes trivial. So, to do so, start by holding target and pressing. I like to put the bow on R. I don't really think there's a way to do this without bow on R, because of what it requires. So, and then this will pull just the bow, not the actual elemental arrow like this. This is wrong. Just the bow. And I just start with any elemental. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to side hop, either left or right, doesn't matter. And we're going to starting with pressing B, we're going to mash between B and R. So we're going to go BR, 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 as fast as you possibly can. And so if you do this correctly, you will pull an elemental arrow. Now keep mashing even until you hit the ground. There we go. So that makes him slash his sword when he hits the ground, because when he hits the ground, he'll be like this. You don't slash your sword, you'll shoot the arrow. We don't want to shoot the arrow because we will run out of all of our magic by the time we're done with this. We want to slash B automatically. Again, we will side hop and then starting with B, BR, 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 BR. So side hop, BR, 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 BR. Very quickly. So every time you do that, you are getting arrows stuck to your hand. I don't actually know if it is true, but it seems that it's better to kind of have a bunch of different elementals, do all of them, all three. It's very important. You gotta master all the elements before you can save the world. Reference to Avatar: The Last Airbender. There you go. Getting a bunch of fire arrows. Gonna master the fire elements. All right. I think I've mastered this element. Let's do ice. Yeah, it's already starting to get a bit laggy. But you can do this. It can get pretty laggy, though. Keep in mind, if you do it enough, the game will crash. So I'll kind of show you how much lag I mean. Until it's probably the maximum lag until you start getting concerned. Alright, I think we've mastered ice. Let's do light. The final element. Because we can't beat Ganon without having mastered all the elements, right? Now don't actually be too worried, this does not go through loading zones, so this goes away. All the arrows get despawned when you go through a loading zone as part of the cleanup process for loading a new room. However, just keep that in mind with going through a warp pot. You cannot go through warp pots. You cannot go through the warp pot with this glitch, because you will reload the room, and then there will be no more lag. Because you'll have no more elementals. Oh, it's getting really laggy. Alright, I think that should be good. We're gonna go ahead and... Actually, before we do this, let's go ahead and damage down. Now, make sure when you're damaging down, you're just slashing the bomb. Don't spin attack. Do not spin attack. If you do, you get rid of the morph. And that's bad. Let's not do that. If you have a morph on you, that is. You know, you could always just do this and then get a morph on you later. That's also an option. If you know the other setup that I showed, where you just line it up manually. We're almost there. You also can't roll. You can't spin attack and you can't roll. Rolling will get the Morph off of you. Alright, we're almost there. We are so close. We're almost ready to save the world. Now remember, this next part I'm about to do, there is no going back. If you fail it, you have to reload the entire room and do the entire thing all over again. If you run out of morphs, that is. If you run out of morphs, you have to reload the room. And then that's it. Glitch gone. Redo everything. So hopefully you don't run out of morphs. Alright, let's go over here. I like to wait until the morph is kind of like on the center of Link, which it is right now. Go behind the board pot right here. Roll backwards. And, ooh, that's a good direction. Low leaf. Yep. 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 Actually, it could get a little laggier than this, but this should do. Alright, let's get the morph. Just do little light taps on the stick to get the morph into the corner. Alright. We're gonna just move ourselves to under right over here. We're gonna be in the center of the platform. We're gonna shoot the morph. Pull a bomb, slash it. And then when we stand up, we're gonna just mash A and B at the same time. Then you can home buffer. So if you just like basically hold target and then make sure you're A and B mashing, both buttons are being pressed at the same time. Because if you don't, if you press B before A by accident and it reads the B press, then you will slash your sword and die. So that is no fun. Once you're in the air, you can switch to two-hand mashing. Don't mash too fast. And now we've made it. There we go. So that's the Morph Hover. Yeah. You can even have more lag. I mean, but just remember, you can't mash too fast because it will lag the game and limit how fast you can actually go. So basically, this makes it so your mashing is much, much slower the more you lag the game. So that is the Morph Hover. I hope it helps people learn this trick. It's been a while since you've run this game and you couldn't get the Morph Hover, well, try it with this. It's extremely slow, but it is still slower than getting the hook shot. So I highly recommend it. Highly, highly, highly recommend it. Anyway, that's it for me, Mr. Alberto. Peace out. Bye.